Hey, what's up? I'm John Charette, and today I'm replacing my Asus Prime X470-Pro motherboard with one of these brand new Asus TUF X570-Pro with Wi-Fi. Stay tuned. Okay, thanks for jumping in. You might be asking why I am doing the upgrade. Well, as you may have followed on with my other videos, I'm using that same motherboard, the X470, with my 2700X, the 5600X, and now the 5900. It's been great. I have absolutely no issues with it. But there are two reasons why I want to do the upgrade. And the first one is the PCI Express 4th generation. I still do not have an M.2 hard drive. Both slots are empty on the motherboard, but I'd like one. And I want to jump up to the 4th gen because I just see the speeds increase, like they double. It's such a drastic jump over PCI Express 3. I don't think it'll make a big difference on my video card. I have an MSI Trio Z, the new one, 3080 in here right now. I don't think it'll make a big difference, but I'll run some benchmarks to see if it does anything. And the last one is lights. Asus has their Aura Sync technology, whatever, it's their fancy lights. And with this motherboard, they only have the old pin connector, not the new one. I wouldn't have really cared before, but ever since getting this awesome Fantex P500 case and all the lights and everything that connects, I would love to connect the case to the motherboard so that they all work together. So I am very much hoping, I haven't actually checked, but hoping this motherboard, it should have the new connector on it, and I can try it out. Okay, first things first, I need to get this X470 out of my system. I have someone already waiting for it, so let's get that going. All right. Spin this. That's a better angle. Aha! Okay. First things first, I need to get this video card out. Oh, I forgot there's the bracket that comes with it too. Okay, all good. If I can leave the bracket, no, it's coming up. So, we haven't seen what the next Ryzen 6000 chips are, but I think they will still keep the same AM4 socket, which is good. I should be future-proofing myself at least until the next one comes out. Okay, that's all there. But the Ryzen 7000 should use the new AM5 socket type. So that we will need a new motherboard anyway. Oh well. That is what happens. Okay. Video card is out. Okay. What can I do next? I think I'm just gonna disconnect all of the cables. Okay, I think I need to take the out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Everything is disconnected. Let's take the CPU out. I remember when I put this in, if you watched my other video, you may have seen that I had to hold the back plate on with the back of the case off. So I'm guessing that when I disconnect these 4 screws right now, the back plate is going to fall and I'll have to get it later. But that is a-okay. Ta-da. Can you see that? Cool. Off, thermal paste, CPU there. Let's hang this guy here. I'll clean you later. I would like to, where am I gonna put this processor? Let's clean it off first. I had to go to Canada Computers today to go buy some more thermal paste. I almost started the swap and then I was like, oh no. I know when I bought the 5900, it came with thermal paste. I'm getting it all inside the freaking. Paste off, a bunch of extra here. Okay. That's off. The socket looks clean enough. Oh. Actually, I got some in there. That should be fine. That should be fine. Okay. Perfect. Now, okay, let's take out all the screws and get the motherboard out and ready. Ta-da. Okay. Amazing. Let's find somewhere safe for this. Okay, so here's the new board. Wham! Ooh. Here, check that out. It's very black looking compared to the white that's on the Prime. So it's cool. I'm alright with that. I'm not going to set it in just yet. Okay, so I now have the I have the X470 out, which is great. There's that back panel I was telling you about that fell off, so I will have to figure that out again later. So yeah, that's it for now. Let's take that out. I'm going to go run that motherboard over to the person who has purchased it, so they have it. And when I'm back, let's put the X570 in. Good morning. It is the next day. I delivered the old X470 motherboard. It works great, which is awesome. Time to get this X570 installed. So yeah, where I left it yesterday, I pulled this apart. I do need to finish cleaning this heat sink. Just so I can get some fresh thermal paste on there. Okay, that looks, there you go. Nice and clean. Awesome, toss that back over here. Okay, first things first, don't forget your IO port. It's a bugger. I can't remember how many times I put in a motherboard and then forgot to place it in, and of course I screwed in all the screws in the motherboard and then had to take it all back out. So yes, please remember this. I almost forgot to grab this out of my old system when I sold the other motherboard, which would have been fun. Okay, let's see if I can do this. You can't even see it on that camera, but I'm gonna snap it in. Oh, here, it's actually pretty nice. It has like a TUF here. I wonder if I can show you here. Yeah, see, it shows it's all TUF. That's black. It makes it pretty cool. I've never seen that before. It goes in from the inside, and it's just held by pressure. You kind of just push it in, and it goes snap, snap, snap. And that's it. Okay, so that is in. Now, let's check out the motherboard here. Should be able to slide this in. There's a lot of extra cables here that are not normally here. But let's try doing this. Worried about things getting caught underneath. Like that cable there. Like this band over here. Oh, it just got really dark in here. I'm using natural light, which is great, but when the clouds come by. Okay. Ha! That looks like it's better right about there. Oh, and that was something. Oh, looks like it popped out. Okay, because these are floating, because I unscrewed them. The MSI bracket will keep them in place, that's fine. Okay. Cable. Nothing looks like it's caught right now. Let's screw this guy in. Be a little tough getting that CPU. Oh, that's weird. Is it 10-pin CPU? No, 12. Oh, I will have to look that up. I don't know. The CPU, as far as I've always known, is an 8-pin CPU. Well, we'll find out. Okay. Motherboard is in. Next thing I want to do is take out the standard kind of bracket here for the for an aired cooler. I won't be using that anymore. That connects to the bracket that's on the back of the board that will fall off. Of course, I don't have the back of the case off right now, so I'll have to do that. You can see this right here, kind of nice little wooden bracket. Do not need those anymore. And it just got dark in here again. Ah well, fun. And it's bright. Ah, good times. Okay. Okay, put those aside. Maybe before I get the cooler on, let's go look at the manual. Find out what the deal is with the extra pins for the CPU. Come on. There we go. I'll show what I'm looking at here. So what I'm worried about is here. EATX 12 volt 1 and EATX 12 volt 2. Number 5, power connectors. Thank you, that doesn't help me much. CPU socket, great. Yes. Yes. Here we go, power connectors. These power connectors allow you to connect your motherboard to a power supply. The power supply plugs are designated to fit in one orientation only. Yep. Find the proper orientation and push firmly down into the plugs inserted below. Okay, cool. For a fully configured system, we recommend that you use a power supply unit PSU that complies with the ATX 12 volt specification 2 or later with a minimum of 350 watts. We recommend you use power PSU with higher output when configuring a system may be unstable if not. Okay. Well, I definitely don't think I have that. Okay, I need to look this up. Okay. Okay, the last thing I want to do is plug this additional wire in and blow up my motherboard and my CPU and my RAM and everything. I can see that being a very costly mistake. So I'm just gonna pause here right now. I'm gonna do a bit of research. I will be back in a moment once I have an idea what's going on or if I need a different power supply. Of course, it is Labor Day Monday today and nothing is open. So let's hope that this solution will work, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I did a bit of research. It looks like the additional 4-pin CPU connector is for extreme cases when you want to overclock. Will I connect the cable? Probably. I'm gonna get the back off, see how it looks, see if I can route the cable around. I figure why not have it there? Yeah, so let me get the back off the case so I can see what's going on. That the back plate's gonna drop out. And then I'll see what I have options for cabling. I have to get access to my power supply, which was not part of the plan, but that is a-okay. So, okay, let me get the back off, and then I'll be able to figure out, we'll get the CPU in. Actually, I can probably put the CPU in now. Yeah, why not? Let's put the CPU in now. Okay, here we go. CPU. What's that? Ryzen 5900X. Just a bunch of gunk on there. That is okay. I never know which way to put this in. I think there's an arrow there. So I'm gonna guess it goes this way. Ta-da. Magic. Yeah, there's an arrow in one of the corners and there's an arrow in the socket. You match those up and that's it. Okay. That is in. That's the scariest part. Okay, let's get the case side of the case off. This might get messy. I just moved the all-in-one cooler and you can hear bubbles going in there. Okay. Let's get that off. Let's grab the plate that I figured would fall out. Okay, here, I'm gonna show you what I'm working with here just for fun. Okay, how's that? A little bit of glare, all good. Okay, you can see right here though, this one cable here, this is the original CPU cable, and I have kind of in between the SSDs here. So I do have another channel over here that I can run it up. So I will probably do that. Let's see if I can sneak this guy in. Okay, it's through. I have access. Let's pipe this guy into there. And then let's just see if I have a spot for CPU 2. I do. Okay, so this can come in here. This is going to go. Clip down. My VGA. Ha! Okay, in. Now put the VGA cables back. Okay, in. This popped out. That's okay. Let's get him back in between there. Make sure none of my SATA cables came out. Okay. Let's get it dropped back down for a second. I'm gonna try and connect the CPU cables now before I put the cooler in, because once I get that cooler in there, it's gonna be tight. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4-pin connectors all connected. Keep this guy out of the way here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Whew. That was a little bit harder than expected. Can you see? Yeah, like right in here. I mean, it's with these heat sinks that are here, it really makes it challenging getting here, especially with this. I mean, if this thing wasn't here, it's, I mean, so think about that when you are installing a 360 millimeter radiator with 120 millimeter fans on the front side. Maybe get your motherboard in first. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm actually gonna get my RAM in now. No, I can slap that in later. That's easy peasy. Okay, so now that that's in, I think it would be a good time to get the all-in-one back installed. So I ended up picking up I needed some thermal paste. I didn't realize that there's 2 different types of thermal paste now, ceramic, and I don't even remember what the other one was. But ceramic's the one that you want to use if you are going with an all-in-one. The guy was saying at Canada Computers, when I asked him, I always thought there was just Arctic Silver, there was just only one kind. And the guy's like, well, what are you doing? Are you doing an air-cooled, or are you doing liquid-cooled? So in this case, because it's an all-in-one, it is liquid-cooled, and so I went with the ceramic style. So I'm going to open this guy up, apply a generous amount to the CPU. That looks generous enough to me. Sometimes I like to use like a credit card, or like one of those like a gym membership card that you put in the key tag to flatten it out. But from what I've seen from the Arctic, oh shit, this is, okay, I can get that out there. They just say put in a big blob and slap it on. It'll spread it out and do all the magic. So yeah, that'll be fine. So now's the tricky part of getting this on. And here's a trick that I did last time that seemed to work really well. I grabbed a piece of tape. At the time I just had some green painter's tape. I'm gonna run downstairs. I know we just painted our master bedroom, so I'm gonna grab some of that tape that up so it stays in place. I'll be right back. Ta-da! Okay, green painter tape should do the trick. Keep that in place. Okay, that's enough that it should at least, until you get the first screw in, it doesn't matter. It's more just when I pull this thing down and flip it on the side, I don't want it to fall out. That's literally all it's doing. Okay, so let's get this back down. Okay. You can still see the 4 peg holes there, which is great. Let's get this guy out from the hole that he dug himself into. Okay, how did he get so bunged up in here? There we go. Okay. Now, how did I do this last time? It definitely wants to sit this way, so I don't see a problem with that. So I should just be able to set this on very lightly. Very lightly. Lined up, I hope. Okay, it's touching now. Let's get a screw. Feels like it's in. One screw. Oh, don't like that. Okay, there's a screw. Another screw. All 4 screws are on there. Give them a quick tighten just to. One, always go in clockwise or counterclockwise motion. Tighten this down. That way it creates a nice even. Just a little bit. Go around 2-3 times, whatever it takes. That's going to stop there. That's going to stop there. There and there. Okay. Cooler back installed. Okay. Now this plug is what's also known as the AIO all-in-one plug. Some all-in-ones, I mentioned this in my last video, they want to be connected to the all-in-one pump connector. What that does is it runs at 100% all the time. This one in particular does not. It likes to spin up and spin down as the CPU needs it. So what you do is you want to connect it to the CPU header. So, of course, this board is black. I cannot see any of the markings. Wow. CPU fan. CPU. Okay, I think it's this guy right here. Cool, CPU fan. That's it. Okay, let's slap our RAM in. Okay. Click. Putting them back in the exact reverse order they came in. Click. Click, click. Click. One more. Click, click. Okay, I got RAM in the system and then my camera overheated. Hashtag YouTube problems. But yeah, so what I did is I took the time to route all the cables, connect them into the motherboard. You should see everything is connected. It was interesting because, and it might be the same as the last one, I don't remember, but there's only 3 chassis fan 4-pin headers on the motherboard, but I have 4 big 140 millimeter fans. So I didn't want to plug it into the IAO pump because that runs at 100%. So there is an other CPU optional, which speeds up and slows down based on CPU draw. So what I did is I tagged one of the fans into that one. So in theory, they'll be controlled a little bit differently. I don't think that'll be the end of the world. Other than that, everything else is in. It looks connected. Let's toss the GPU back in. Okay, that is in. MSI provides a fancy bracket so that it doesn't, we call it a sag bracket, so it's added in here just to help it so it doesn't, keeps a little extra love. When installing this bracket, you need to make sure to put these back in. Okay, let's get this back out. Okay, bracket back out. Okay, let's put these guys. Let's try it. Helps if you put the bracket in first. I'm not sure it really does a whole lot. But it's a nice thought. I'm applying pressure in this direction so that the card has something to actually pull against. So it is actually supporting it versus just resting against it. one more. Okay. So it's still pretty clean. Okay, that's in, that's in, that's in. Let's connect some power connectors for the GPU. Three. Okay. Okay, nothing's tugging. That's A-okay. That's over inside. That spins. Everything's connected. I think it's ready to turn on. Okay. Let's go to this tape, manual. I need to go get a monitor. Let me go grab a monitor, and I have just an old monitor. I'll use the DVI connector, so I'll get a DVI to HDMI adapter and connect this up. Okay. Put this over here. That should be good. Let me grab a monitor. I'll be right back. Okay, adapter, great. Now, what am I expecting? When this boots up, there are a few settings that I have changed on my motherboard, specifically for Windows 11, specifically enabling the TPM, onboard TPM chip so that Windows 11 works. So, I imagine by default this will not have it on, and I will need to enable that, or else it won't work. So, can you see some of this stuff? Hello microphone, we'll do that. Sorry guys, I don't have the best setup here for this table. Okay. Buddy Scott was saying to lean my PC forward a bunch. To get some bubbles out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how loud that is. Okay, power. Okay, here is the moment of truth. On. Let's see lights on the motherboard at this very time, which is odd. Oh, yeah, there's lights down back in there. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see. Yeah, there's lights there. Okay, cool, good. All right, now let's turn this guy on. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen on screen. Nothing's. Oh, here we go. Good. TUF Gaming. Can you see that? You can see it, okay. Sure, kinda. I'll talk you through it. So there's this TUF Gaming with just getting devices ready, 85%. I'm hoping it brings you right into, oh, it brought me right into Windows. Okay, cool. Not what I was expecting. That's okay. I can just log in here. MSI Afterburner, what does this say? Your motherboard comes preloaded with a LAN driver to help you quickly connect to the internet. Would you like to download, install the Crate app? Okay, well, I'm not even on the internet right now. I don't even have a network cable connected, so I'm actually going to turn this guy off and restart him. I want to go into the motherboard and see what's going on in there. Just before we get into the Windows 11 stuff, but it looks like it booted fine, no issues. So it's very exciting. Another big reason why I like this motherboard is it comes with an onboard Wi-Fi adapter, both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And where I am in the basement right now, I have a 50-foot network cable that runs kind of got a little nice thin one that runs. Hold on, let's see if I can delete here and get in the motherboard. It's still in the way, like it still doesn't look great. So I'm hoping if this thing works well, I'll use my main PC even for gaming on Wi-Fi. I know that's a faux pas, and I never thought I'd ever recommend that. But let's see how this thing does. So one thing I have noticed right away. Okay, cool, processor good. Yes, RAM. The RAM is running at 2400 megahertz, which what I like to do is put on this profile 1, which will run at 3200 megahertz, which is what it's spec'd for. So that's fine. Everything else looks pretty good. Let's see if resize bar is okay. Let's turn that on. Good. Resize bar adds about 4% speed with any NVIDIA GPU. Let's see. CPU is floating at 4-3. I don't remember what mine was floating at before, so we'll have to do a burn-in test and see how that goes. Motherboard temperature good. Easy tuning. Yep. Okay, let's go into advanced mode quick. I'll check to see this BIOS. It looks a little bit old. It's from December. So maybe we'll see if we can do some of that. We'll do that a bit later. Advanced. What I do want to see though is where I have virtualization turned off right now, which is okay. I am using it for one of my applications to do some Android emulating, but I'm trying to find the settings for discrete. There we go. Okay, cool. So the TPM's already connected. Perfect. Great. Discrete TPM. Maybe it knew that automatically. Okay. Other than that, I think we're good. I just want to make sure we can get the RAM working. Let's go back to easy mode. Okay, profile 1. Let's save and exit this guy. It's saying yes, you want to change all your stuff for the RAM. Yes, I do. Assuming this boots back up into Windows, I think we're good. If you've made it this far, thank you. I haven't posted a video in a while. I've taken essentially the summer off to chill. I was spending a lot of time getting video cards. And I mean, I'm happy right now. I have this 3080 Z Gaming Trio Z. It works really well. I'd still love to maybe upgrade this to the MSI Supreme if I'm staying in the MSI family. I'd still do something a little bit higher end. I want something a little more flashy. I'm not a big fan of the lights here on the card. Other than that, the card is great. There's no issues. So, but yeah, this is a huge win for me that it worked so well and it's easy. This will allow me to now eventually get an M.2 PCI Express 4 gen hard drive instead of, as you saw on the back, those 2 SSDs. So yeah, thank you again. I plan to start doing some more videos as we get into the fall. I have our studio somewhat set up here so I can continue to do videos. So thank you for watching. If you want to know about the 6800 XT contest, I did find someone. I'll post a video. It is now in a happy home, so I'm very pleased that I could help out with that. So Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Like I say, oh, I did just pick up a reference 6900 XT off AMD.com. So I get that this week. So maybe I'll check that out and slap it in, see if it's any different. I was not super happy with the 6800 XT, the gigabit one, the contest one. NVIDIA was just way better on the driver's side. So yeah, we'll see if anything's changed. But yeah, that's what's coming soon. Thanks again for watching, and see you later. Bye.